And that's enough warm-up time. Welcome, everyone, back to the Temple of Technology. I am your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone. I am the idiot, and this here is my microphone. And so is this, and so is this, because we have been juggling things about here in the temple over the last couple hours in preparation for new additions to the Temple of Technology, which means retiring a couple other things. So I want to go over the basic changes that I've made, and then we'll unbox. I will break for a while, and then I will come back with a new configuration for the Temple of Technology. And so what that really means is I'm going to have to show you a few things. So first off, camera one remains camera one. I do like my Logitech Brio. It sits up nice on top of the monitor, and it zooms in well. It captures what I want, and it's so focused right here that if I just want to use the one green screen panel, just straight up and down, focus in on that, I don't have to go over here, and it's a big production. And also, I can't open this door when I've got the green screen up, so I got to commit to, a whole thing, getting that squared away. But I am today temporarily retiring my Logitech C920s, because the Logitech Stream Cam here works well enough that I am able to use it as both an unboxing camera and a primary camera. And how that works, well, I'll show you. So we'll shut down the Brio, we'll turn on the Stream Cam. Here in our Stream Cam configuration, it's wonderful. I've got the lights coming down here, so we have a little bit of shiny that we probably don't need. I'm going to move this over a hair, see if I can space that out a little more. That helps a little bit. But I've got that guy mounted up here on the microphone arm where the 920 used to be. And why this is important is because this guy rotates, and you can see me in all my happy glory. Of course, I'm inverted right now. That will change. It's simply a matter of how I've got this camera set. If I want to pull it up and to show what I've got going, I can do that. I can just have a very candid camera that works right here on my microphone, which is what I wanted to do with the C920. It just, how I had to mount it to the arm didn't work. This is a much simpler way to mount things. It goes on a little bracket, and I can dial it into exactly where I want it to be. So I'm very happy with this as the unboxing camera. It's a better camera than the C920, which is nice. And astute viewers may note that I had two C920s hooked up to my computer, and they have been replaced. I put the 4K WebMic Pro on the tripod over here where camera 2 used to reside. So this is now camera 2. It's a 4K camera. It's hooked up to the 4K slots on the back of my machine. In fact, by going to just 3 cameras instead of 5 cameras like I had hooked up yesterday, 5 was way too many. It's a lot of cameras. In fact, it caused my machine problems. You can see over there, I've got the machine ready to go, where I do some important things with it. But we're basically going to rewire the entire back of the PC. And also, I'm going to dust out the inside. The more I look at it these days, the more I know that there's some dust in there. So I'm gonna get the vacuum up. I'm gonna dust it off. I'm prepping, I think, to buy new RAM. I think I'm gonna upgrade my RAM to 64 gig rather than 32 gig where it is now, and get a slightly better RGB coverage on that RAM. So it'll be pricey, but that's where I am right now. I'm in a pricey mood. And these changes will help extend the life of this PC. This PC is a 3-year-old build right now. Windows 11 is running. I'm going to need a little more oomph to it over time. So not only am I thinking of upgrading the RAM, but I'm thinking of adding some NVMe SSDs here on the motherboard. I've got a space for 2 of them. I think I'm going to add those 2 and retire one of the solid state drives that I have in there now. I've got one just to run games, one to run OS, and then I've got a spinner down here that handles all my video processing. And so I think I'm going to get it set up so that I can run the games off an NVMe instead of a regular SSD, and I'll get a little better performance boost, I think, and I think my video processing will speed up as well. But that's a project for another time. So I am happy with this over here. Now that I've got the settings dialed in, I don't mind if it's a little further away. What this does for how I run my day-to-day work camera, I don't know. We'll find out. But I think what I might do is swapping out the swap I was doing here for this web mic. I think I'm going to swap out for the Brio, and because the Brio works really, really well. In fact, I think it works better all around than the WebMic Pro. But the WebMic Pro is a backup camera over here, works fine. Plus, it gives me a little more room to look at stuff, right? You can get a better view here of the panel lights. I've got my headset up there. I'm going to probably be making better use of my headset soon. At least I've got it up there so I can see the pretty colors, right? And back over here for the good green screen view. And then I think we're doing okay. We've got that squared away. But that's not why yesterday's topic was webcams. Today's topic is going to be lighting systems. So let's go over to the unboxing theater and we're going to talk about it. I have put up numerous videos in the last couple of years because the pandemic, is it's a great time to experiment and do lighting changes. And I had a very nice set of LED lights, LED strips on the back of these monitors. In fact, most of it is still on the back of these monitors. I'm going to be stripping that off here in a bit. I am placing them on strips of tape so that they don't get damaged, and I'll set them aside probably in the box I'm taking stuff out of right now. But by putting it on strips of tape, the adhesive here stays good and tacky, and I don't have to worry about this getting bent or anything's going on. So I have had this remote control sitting on the back of my main monitor for a couple of years now, and it's a very simple thing. I recycled this from my TV downstairs when I upgraded the TV lights downstairs, and it's basically press on and you get lights, and the lights are connected by a series of cables and T-joints that ran it all over for all 3 monitors, right? And it worked really well. I could set it to do a variety of lighting effects with the remote control. And this is how you change the color. Oh, yeah, so you could actually set it to blink and react to sound in the sound in the environment. And so this is the lights reacting to the sound of my voice. I turn that off, or that's now I can swap the colors. I've got it here on a fade, slowly cycling through colors. And this is how I usually use this lighting. But it was an extra step to get the lighting turned on and moved around with the remote control to have the lighting solution that I wanted. And I had enough of these joins that some of them just weren't joining all that well. And so I got the main monitor here is where this controller was working on, and I branched it to the monitors on either side. The monitor here worked really well because it was very close to the controller, not a lot of joins in between it. The monitor over here did not work very well because by the time you got up to the top of this monitor, because basically the I just turn it like this. The lighting strip started here, went up, over, and down. It linked to this monitor here, and then it went up, over, and down. Same thing over here. Linked here, up, over, and down. And that's, it worked great. It worked okay, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. It wasn't tight. I didn't have as much control vis-a-vis the color of the lighting strip versus the color of the lights on my PC. You see I've got a nice blue over there. It's my personal favorite is the blue there. This is in fact the IQ blue. It's the specific theme that I've got going for all of my peripherals. So I've got the mouse here has got that blue. The fans in there have the blue. The headset up there, my keyboard, they all have the same blue. And I can set them all to do various lighting effects, and I will continue over all of them. And I got to thinking that I really wanted the lights on the back of the PC, the back of the monitors rather, to do the same thing. I wanted them to be coordinated, and more specifically, I wanted them to be automatically controlled by the same software. And since I've also been wanting to automatically control these light panels with software instead of pushing the button on the back every time, it was time to rejigger the back of the PC, use all of my USB slots the right way, and get them squared in. And one of the neat things about that process is that these monitors are active powered USB hubs. You have to have a special cable from the PC to the monitor, but once that's done, you can use that as a hub. And I think we're going to be doing that. We're going to be running more peripherals off the power supply of the monitors, taking the load off the PC, so I just have to send data back and forth. And that meant I needed to buy new lights. And specifically, I needed to buy lights that were compatible with my lighting solutions. So I am going to take this guy over here. He's been retired. Just like my old lights and the two C920s. They're going to take a nap while I figure out the best way to refocus my efforts over here. So a couple of days ago, I went online. I've been looking at this lighting solution for a while, and the price was really bumping me. I didn't like the price of it. I thought it was too much, given what the controllers that I have inside the PC cost. This is an exterior controller that I have to do additional work to get hooked up. And then I noticed that someone had a renewed one. Someone had put up renewed versions, or used versions, however you want to look at it, of the specific controller that I wanted and the extensions. And so I thought, I'm just going to get that. I'm going to do it. We'll see how it works. And that's what we've got here. We've got two boxes in here. The IQ, oh, that's not going to work. I gotta put them down on the desk, and then we'll see how they go. All right, I've got the IQ LS100. This is a integrated lighting system. It works with the software that I use to run the PC. It will, one of these covers one monitor, and then I got expansion strips. I got another one in here. We'll open that up. That will cover the other two monitors. Don't need my knife today. These plastic bags rip open just fine. Yep, and so here is this is the 450 millimeter extension strips, and these are 250 millimeter strips. Basically, I double what's in the box here, the same kind of strips. This has been taped together. Clearly, this is a renewed product. It's not taped together well, which means it wasn't packaged all that well coming out of the factory, but it is in the original packaging, which I like. So I will open this guy up and we'll show you what's inside. Okay. There's a box lid. This is the controller for everything. You see how much smaller it is than the other one? It's really small and it works out pretty well. One button to turn it on and off. It's got a DC power in here. Let me slide in a little more so you can see better. DC power here. It's got mini USB, or micro USB rather, and then two USB connections here for lighting channels. It does not have sticky tape on the back, but I'm probably not going to need that sticky tape. We'll figure it out. Got a warranty guide here. Important. And this is why things are bumping on the box, because these strips are much larger than the other strips. Yeah, see, once that's crushed down there, this box lies flat like you wouldn't believe. So this is a flexible strip. I can do more with a flexible strip like this. It's basically, it's got connectors on the back, which you can connect to. They have magnets. And you affix this magnet to the back of the monitor, and then you slide that track in there. All right. Same deal, those are the same size. These all use USB connections, which is nice if you've got USB power, and I do. It shows you how to align things on monitors for best action, basically using these connectors at the breaks between monitors, which is what I'm going to do. And I will have 3 monitors doing this, so basically I'll be going this way and around, and this way and around, and we'll have a nice loop. I think it's going to be really good. All right, it's certainly a step up from what I had before, and it costs a lot more. I'll tell you that much for free. All right. This is my power inverter, DC power. We're just going to plug that in to my Anchor power station here on the desktop. Eventually, I'll probably drop this down below so that it's on a more stable connection, but for right now, all we need is power to check it in. All right, that's power. Turn it on, turn it off. You can't see anything happening because there's no lights connected to it yet. And we're going to do that right now. Strip 2. Oh, is it not know what's going on? Get that on strip 1. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Very blue. It's got all the stuff going on there, and it doesn't know what to do with itself, right? So it just turned itself on in a rotating pattern, a wave going all the way through, and I think this is really one of the nicer bits that I've got. So I'm going to turn off the overhead lights so you can get a better view of this. Computer, lights off. Computer, office lights off. That's a wonderful join there, and we're going to hook up one of these to it as well. So we continue the chain. So imagine this across all of my monitors there, in tune with what I've got over here on the PC, and you've really got something going. So that's my afternoon right there. That's what I'm going to be doing. I am really looking forward to this project. I have been looking forward to it for a while. Pretty much ever since I put the... Turn my head there so you can see my face. Ever since I got the light strips on the back of these monitors, I'm thinking maybe I could do something different. Maybe I could do a lot. And this kit is normally $160. I got it for $80. $89 rather. And that is a giant savings, especially with these guys being on sale too. So I got it from 2 different sellers. I'm going to check out all the lights and make sure that they all work. In fact, I'm going to check them all out in sequence before I do anything with the back of the PC, because I really want to make sure that this works. All right. These guys are all working now. All right, so those 4 are working here off lighting channel 1. They should be working on channel 2, and I don't see them working on channel 2, so that's bothering me. Let's, I can run it all off one lighting channel, but I'd rather have 2 to deal with. So there's nothing wrong with this box. This is a brand new box. It's got the stickers on. It's got the stickers on the sides. Get my knife here. It's normally a time when people would ask me questions, but nobody's watching. I have a viewer. Who is my viewer? I don't know. I think I do know who my viewer is, but they don't talk a lot, so we're gonna hope for the best. If you have questions you want to ask, now's the time. Trying to get this box open without ripping it. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that is brand new. Brand new. Still in the plastic. It's got all of my extension cables I'm going to need to bridge between monitors. Oh, it's wonderful. And it's got all the stickies I'm going to need. All the magnetic stickies to get that squared away. Excellent. So these are brand new too. I'm going to rejoice. These are not brand new. This has normal 1-inch adhesive tape or 3/4 inch adhesive tape on it. So we're going to take a careful incision here. The best part too about finding these things used is that if there's a problem, I just send it back. All right, I can work with one monitor. Clearly, I can do one monitor easily. I'll work with one monitor, maybe 2 monitors for a while I wait for the good stuff to come. Okay, again, we're in the plastic. We're looking good. This thing is squared in here just perfectly. And I love that we've got all of the extensions we're going to need to make this work. All right. Let's plug these 2 into one another. Don't expect anything to happen there because there's no power yet. And that should continue the light. Why are we not going? Should be going, it's not going. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on. Okay, well, that's our first problem right there. Will it plug in to lighting channel 2? It is not properly plugged into lighting channel 2. It is not working. Take that out of 1, put that in there. All right, so problem I've got here is that lighting channel 2 on this controller is not working. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to read the book to find out. But I can verify that these are working, so that's good. And then we'll see if we continue that chain. We can. Oh, look at that. It can only go so far. There's a limit to how many lights can work off one channel. That bothers me. That bothers me a bit. I'm gonna have to figure that out because if I can't run this all off one and it's not gonna run more than one off of here, I'm gonna have to run a cable, one of these extenders. I'm gonna have to run it into the PC, probably this guy. Run it all the way in to one of these channels off my Commander Pro and see if I can work it that way. Which is why we do the unboxing, right? See, it just stops right there, and that's no good. And let's see if I can get one of these lit up full. Come on, work with me. There we go. Get an idea of how many of these are. Oh, not all the way. So, yeah. All right. Now I've got a place to start with, and I know what I'm doing. Computer office lights on. Even with the lights on, you can see they're very bright, and that's something that matters a lot to me. I got to figure out this channel situation though, because channel 2 should work, and it's not working, and that bothers me. Means I might have to send something back. Channel 1 works, channel 2 does not. And I'll figure that out. It's going to be in the book. So that's it. That's my unboxing for right now. Sit back to the main screen. And camera 1. Oh, no, we're on camera 2 still. We want to be on camera 1. Camera 1. And we will turn on these lights so that we've got full coverage. I'm disappointed that we did not have a successful all of the lights together running. I'm going to have to read this book, make sure I know exactly what we're doing so that we can get the lighting that I believe I paid for, and I'm pretty sure that I can do. But we got the power supply. Got cable management clips, we got the extension cables, got the controller. And if the controller is only going to be running one, it shows, yeah. It shows it working, right? But it's not really working. Wow, there's 6 pages about installation and nothing about what goes wrong. No troubleshooting. So I'm going to figure that out. RGB LED controller required. That's what we have. Okay. It shows one controller running all these strips off of one channel. So I have some reading to do. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. This has been my unboxing. We are now going to take out the entire room. Everything will be different. This will be the same. And that will be the same. But I'm going to be taking the old lighting strips off the back of the PC. Off the back of the monitors, rather. I am going to shut down the PC. And I am going to rerun all of my USB connections to make sure that I've got what we really need. So that's it. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I am your host, Scott James Magner, the idiot with a microphone. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe to my updates wherever you happen to see them. Do what doesn't cost you money. If you have to pay money to see my updates, you're in the wrong spot. You can watch them for free on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. And that doesn't cost you a dime. You'll get the occasional ad, but what are you going to do, right? Somebody's got to make money on the deal. But if you do want to support the stream with money, do not subscribe on Twitch, but consider buying my books. I am a science fiction author and a game designer, and I care about storytelling. It's one of the reasons why I do streams like this, to tell stories about my adventures with technology here in the Temple of Technology. I am, of course, an idiot with a microphone. I'm not so good at it, but I am really good at writing books. And so I formed a small press called RS Entertainment. If you go to rsentertainment.com, you can get a free book right now, written by me, my science fiction novel, Homefront. Or, if you want to jump right in, I took that novel, which I published in 2014, and transformed it into a trilogy a few years later. And that trilogy is also available on rsentertainment.com for $10 for all the ebooks. All 3 ebooks, $10. What a deal. Free ebook, $10 for 3 ebooks. And there's more ebooks up there. And there's print books. If you buy books from me, we sign them, we ship them out. That's how it works, right? You can buy our books on Amazon.com. You can buy them at BarnesandNoble.com. You can get them through your local bookstore, which I recommend. Support local bookstores. And you can get them in libraries, right? If you want to check my book out from a library, you can. My books are available in the library system because I publish them through the same process as the big publishers do. And that's how it works. I have been your host. You have been my gracious guests, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. My stream is ending. Please take care and have a great day.